call me crazy. I think Paddy Pimblett wins this fight. I think Paddy Pimblett shocks the world. I don't think it's going to be easy, and I'm happy to eat crow and eat shit and be insulted and be called biased and all the rest of it, because it's not. Paddy's got a real chip on his shoulder. When I spoke to him in London, we did a Q&A. He had like a real chip on his shoulder because he's sick of people underestimating him. And maybe he's sick of me, like on my YouTube channel, saying, oh, well, you know, this, that, and the other, right? Never meant any disrespect, but just you got to look at all the storylines. You know, Chandler has fought tougher competition, but he's also 38 years old. I think Paddy can pull off a decision here.
You know, I think Paddy's going to win the fight. That's one. Two is, I think Paddy can win it any way he wants. And this is why I'm coming to this conclusion. I went back and watched the Charles Oliveira fight, the second one.
Which one?
Most recent one. This most recent one. Michael Chandler is now just comfort. He was comfortable with giving his back. He was comfortable with Charles Oliveira being on the back. There was no sense of urgency to get out. And if you watch, he let the fight just slip away just by hanging out inside, having the back taken, knowing that, hey, I can just defend and not have to worry about it. He's put too many miles on his car right now in the last 4 fights. He's rammed it into the wall too many times. And I think Paddy Pimblett's just here to pick up the pieces and just finally just send him to the body shop and say, look, dude, it's over. We're going to send you to the junkyard. It's done. Okay, let's go ahead and just crunch you all together in a box and just send you farewell. Okay, go back to the rebuilding phase. In terms of what I mean by rebuilding is call it rebuild your life, because it's not in fighting anymore.
I like this fight. I spent a lot of time with Michael Chandler in this camp. And man, when Michael Chandler's able to bite down and get going, man, he can really hurt you. He can really hurt you. So I like it. I'm gonna have to go with Michael Chandler here, because I think this is also a crossroads for him. You know what? I can see stoppage, because I don't know. We haven't really seen Paddy Pimblett take punishment and keep going. I don't think I've seen that yet. And punishment in the way that Michael Chandler deals him out. I mean, he was a couple punches away from finishing Charles Oliveira for the title.
How many times am I going to worry about a prediction for a fight on that outcome? That Chandler has this chance of putting someone away in the first round. And it's only happened against Dan Hooker. You know, if you look at any other fight, he's been in a lot of bad situations until he's won, which is what happened against Tony Ferguson. Or he's never put them in that moment where he's taken someone's head off. Mm-hmm. You know, he seems to constantly make mistakes in the most important moments in fights. And one thing about Pimblett is that he's so dangerous at any point in a fight with submission ability. He's got knockout power. He's fucking massive for a lightweight as well. I don't know how he ever made featherweight earlier in his career. He's I think he's like 5'10" and up. He's like Makhachev build at lightweight, but with maybe ganglier arms and wider shoulders. So I feel like Pimblett's probably going to win that one.
This is the feeling Michael Chandler has given me the last few years. He is so promising. He is so dangerous and strong, and he really looks like he's about to put the guy he's fighting away. But then something happens, and he just gasses. He gets tired, and he gets either submitted or he gets finished, or you know what I mean. Chandler's going to come out really hot and heavy. He's going to come out hard and fast like he always does. He'll slowly fade. I expect Paddy to start beating him with volume. If Chandler goes for a lazy takedown, Paddy's submission game is super underrated. That's how I feel about the fight. I really like Paddy. Ever since he had that falling from grace, and he just came back hungry, came back switched on. And I've been his biggest spokesman since then. And I don't want to go against him.
I think Chandler has continuously disappointed because we want to see him win. He's had close fights. He was beating Dustin Poirier, then guesses out, or didn't guess out, got it rear choked. So he's had some big moments that he's choked on. What was it, MSG or something? And I don't know. I'm going to have to go with Paddy Pimblett.
I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, if Paddy fights a smart fight and uses his length and his size advantage, I don't think he's going to have that huge of a reach advantage, but he's going to have a size advantage. And he is the better stand-up fighter technically. I don't think he has the power that Mike has with one shot, but Mike's power tends to really dissipate, after the first round. And grappling wise, obviously Chandler was the All-American wrestler, but that's gone. He's not a wrestler anymore. He really doesn't wrestle all that much, and he can wrestle, but Paddy's good enough defensively to stop the kind of takedowns that Michael's used to utilizing. And I look at this as a fight that Paddy Pimblett, this is a launching point for his career as a guy that you can put into that mix of this guy's going to be a future world champion.
Mm-hmm. I think Paddy Pimblett's cardio is still questionable, still suspect, especially for him to get tired with Ferguson like that. I was kind of like, that's not looking good. So I got questions and doubts about that, where a guy like Chandler is going to be in shape and will be in his face the entire time swinging bombs.
Is this going to be a five rounds event? Yes or no? Co-main?
Oh, it is 5 rounds.
Is it?
It says 5-5s.
Okay, so yeah.
It is 5-5s. Okay. I now lean towards Chandler. Unless Paddy could sub that ass, but I'm now leaning towards Chandler. Damn.
I don't see Paddy submitting him.
No?
Chandler, no.
Really?
I don't. He did such a good job versus Oliveira. Chandler's ground, his wrestling, he does a good job at nullifying jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I think Chandler would be okay on the ground with this in this fight.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I lean towards Chandler in this fight just because of it scares me with Paddy getting hit, with that check hook.
Chandler could definitely win this fight by knockout, but Paddy Pimblett is the more consistent performer here. And I think if this fight goes to the ground, I think Pimblett has a great shot of winning it. I think he may struggle a little bit with some of the takedowns, but if he can catch a leg or capitalize on a slip or get Chandler tired, I think Pimblett wins this fight. But so give me the man from Liverpool, Paddy Pimblett.
There's a little controversy. A lot of people are saying Michael Chandler is on PEDs because he's looking super shredded, super ripped. I saw a headline. I saw a video. It's quite interesting. He does look more ripped than ever. Who knows, guys? Who knows? But it's going to be an exciting fight. Guys, I would pick Paddy, but because I saw Chandler so shredded and jacked, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say, but I'm picking Paddy.
I honestly think Paddy's going to finish him. I think maybe Paddy hurts him on the feet. Chandler rushes in. Paddy secures a triangle on the rush. That's it. So Paddy hits him with something. Chandler rushes in for a takedown. Gets the takedown. Paddy scores a triangle. That's how I'm calling it.
If Chandler knows how to poise himself, because I think he's going to catch Paddy, it's going to have to happen within the first 2 rounds. If he poises himself, I think he can get Paddy out of there. And the fact that he's plus money, and I've already painted the board with a lot of dogs. Give me Michael Chandler. I think he's going to get it done here.
Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett. Seen Paddy in London? Kid's big, bro.
Big as shit.
He's got to be almost 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Got to be almost 6 foot tall. Cool as shit. Because Molly was in my locker room. He was back there. And he was like, I think you're about to fuck this dude up. I was like,
I was about to ask you this to talk to him.
I was like, I am Paddy. No, but Paddy's grown on me. At first, I wasn't like too crazy about him, but he's a superstar.
Yeah.
But Chandler's fight IQ for being he keeps talking about him being a veteran of the game and how long he's been doing it. It's like, brother, wrestle. You do something else besides fucking. Like, I know it's his thing to throw himself into the fire, and he always talks about it. But it's like, dude, you won 2 fights in the UFC. I think Paddy has shown his ability he's gotten a lot better on the feet. He's big. I think he's going to be a lot bigger than Chandler thinks, and he's going to be long. And I think Paddy could even fucking sub him.
And Michael Chandler right now is actually an underdog going into this fight. Now, if I'm a betting man, I'm not for a pick, but if I'm a betting man, right, I think you almost have to put some money on Chandler in this one.